Okay, let's be honest for a second. We've all been there, right? You spend hours, maybe even days, crafting the perfect educational video. You assign it, you wait, and then you're left wondering, are my students actually watching? Are they getting it? Or are they just pressing play and scrolling through their phones? Well, today, we're going to hack that problem. We're diving into the science of interactive video to figure out how to grab and keep our students' attention. It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? You put all this effort into making a video lesson super clear and you just hope it's landing. But is it just becoming background noise? The data on this, well, it's a little bit of a wake-up call. 6 minutes. That's it. A massive study looked at almost 7 million video sessions and found a magic number. And that number is 6. After just 6 minutes, student engagement absolutely plummets. It doesn't matter if your video is 10 minutes long or an hour long. After that 6-minute mark, you've probably lost most of them. So what does that drop-off actually look like? This chart tells the story. For a video that's, say, 9 to 12 minutes long, you've already lost half your audience. And if you dare to go longer, up to 40 minutes, you're looking at maybe 20% of your students actually watching. That means a staggering 80% of your hard work is just gone, vanishing into thin air. So if just sitting back and passively watching is the problem, then the solution seems pretty clear, doesn't it? We've got to make learning active again. It's time to flip the switch and turn our students from passive viewers into active participants in their own learning. And that is where interactive video completely changes the game. I mean, what if a video could actually ask your students a question? What if they could make choices that literally changed what they see on screen? That's interactive video. It's not a lecture anymore, it's a two-way conversation. And the toolkit you have to work with is just awesome. You can pop in little quizzes to see if they're following along, add clickable spots on the screen that give extra info, or even build these cool branching stories where students choose their own adventure. These aren't just flashy bells and whistles. These are research-backed tools that really fire up the learning process. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but does it actually work? Let's get into the hard numbers. The results from studies comparing old-school videos to interactive ones are, well, they're pretty incredible. First up, a 45% higher interaction rate. What that means is students are actually clicking. They're answering, they're leaning in and engaging with the material instead of just, leaning back and letting it wash over them. And because there's so much more involved, guess what happens? They end up watching for 30% longer. We're finally smashing through that 6-minute wall just by asking them to participate. But here's the number that really, truly matters. A 25% improvement in learning outcomes. That's right, the students using interactive videos scored a whole lot higher on the tests that followed. This proves it's not just about keeping them entertained, it's about helping them learn more and learn better. And you know what? The students feel it too. This isn't just about test scores. A whopping 88% of them said they felt more engaged, and 3/4 of them said this format actually helped them learn. They can tell the difference. So why is this so powerful? What's the secret sauce here? What is actually happening inside the brain that makes this work so well? Let's peek under the hood at the cognitive science. Think about it like this. On one side, you have passive viewing. Information is just being pushed at the learner, nonstop. That leads to cognitive overload and, surprise, they don't remember much. But with active learning, the student is in the driver's seat. They pull the information when they need it by answering a question or making a choice. That helps manage their mental workload and leads to way, way better retention. This whole idea is grounded in something called cognitive load theory. And it's pretty simple, really. It just says our working memory, the part of our brain that's juggling new information, is super limited. It's like having only a few tabs open on your computer at once. Good teaching makes sure we don't try to open 20 tabs at the same time and crash the system. This quote from the research just nails it. By requiring students to interact, we're forcing them to hit pause, to think, and to actually apply what they just saw. That simple act is what helps move information from their short-term scratch pad into long-term memory. It's what leads to real, sticky learning. So, we've talked about the why. Now, let's get into the how. Here is a simple, no-nonsense playbook, all backed by research, to help you start making your videos more effective, like right now. Okay, here's your game plan. First, keep it short and sweet. Remember that 6-minute rule? Honor it. Second, use visual cues, arrows, highlights, anything to signal what's really important. Third, and this is crucial, add checkpoints. A quick little question every minute or 90 seconds works wonders to reset attention. Fourth, give learners some control. Let them skip around with chapters or choose their path. And last but not least, be yourself. A friendly, enthusiastic tone builds a real connection and makes a world of difference. And the best part? You don't have to be some tech genius to pull this off. There are some fantastic tools out there that make it super easy. H5P is a great, flexible, open source option. Edpuzzle is a huge favorite for K-12 teachers. It's so simple to use. And for higher ed or corporate settings, you've got powerhouses like Kaltura and Mindstamp that have all the bells and whistles you could want. The big takeaway here is that you can just start small. You don't have to go back and remake every video you've ever created. It can all start with one single question. So I'll leave you with this final thought. What's the very first question you're going to embed to turn your students from passive viewers into active learners?